began studying drawing in a serious way, although at the time I didn't think I was being serious. I was doing it for fun. And it was only later that I realized that I wanted my fun to be my life. My junior year, I spent the entire year in studying in Italy. Why I had gone there, why I'd gone to Italy, was to study art and to study art history. And one of the things that I found in being in Italy, which won't surprise anybody that's either Italian or has been to Italy, is they're sort of culturally, over the last 1,000 years, they're culturally very devoted to Mary. And so there's images of Mary and images of the Annunciation in particular, practically on every street corner and in every house, and certainly in every major museum. The other important thing that happened that year, besides all of these sort of introductions to Italian art, Italian culture, the Catholic Church, was that I also really began to fall in love with painting and with creating art. And over the course of the next year, I realized that I didn't want to just study art history and become an art historian, though that had been the trajectory of my college education. But I really wanted to be the one making the images and not just looking at them. And I think my experience in Italy and responding to the beauty that was there was very important. There was a day then that I was in the cathedral and I was looking up there above the altar, and I had these frescoes around me, and Jesus, he didn't speak out loud to me, but I felt something say, is this the truth? Can you doubt this anymore? Can you doubt, and if you doubt the stories on the walls, can you doubt the lives of the people that you met, the lives of the body of Christ around you, the church around you? And I knew deep down that the answer was no. I have to deal with this. I think the Eucharist really is Jesus. And if that's true, well, I certainly can't be a Presbyterian. And I might have to be a Catholic. I think the thing too, for me as an artist, just this idea that the physical world is important and has meaning. And I think in a lot of Protestant circles, religion can either be very cerebral or very spiritual. Sometimes I think the physical world is not exactly degraded, but sort of seen as less important because heaven is all that matters. As a painter, somebody whose work then is physical and is for, creating beauty and for making things, just even having sacraments, which are, a physical sign of something spiritual, was an affirmation that not only was that work good, it's also important in a heavenly kind of way, not just for it's not just for decoration. There's actual eternal significance to making things. God made things too. I think I have more ingrained in me now that hopefully all that we do is somehow an act of service or prayer or love. And so there's many ways that can happen. And so in participating regularly in the life of the church, then through the Eucharist and through the liturgy, that's supposed to be an infusion into daily life, so that everything that we can do can be sacramental, in the sense of all of our actions having some sort of eternal significance.